Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Team Toyota of Princeton to take a look at this Reservoir Blue 2023 Toyota Prius Prime XSE. We're going to dig into this, see what it brings to the table in this plug-in hybrid market. So let's dig in. All right, the front end of this Reservoir Blue Prius Prime, Toyota badge in the center, really low slung hood, really sleek look, LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED turn signals. We have the chrome down below on the grille. Really sleek look here on the front of this Prius Prime. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Wheel and tire setup on this Prius Prime. We have a 19-inch wheel, gloss black with silver accents. Like the design, gives it a nice sense of motion. Standard brake and rotor package. These wheels are wrapped in Michelin Primacy Tour all seasons. 195 on the width, a 50 series sidewall 19s, all four corners. Full side profile on this Prius Prime in Reservoir Blue. I love saying that color. It's a really nice blue on this car. Again, that low slung hood, sleek look, make the car slippery through the air, reduce that coefficient of drag, increase gas mileage and range to your gas tank. That's the idea. That's why we have the skinnier wheels as well. The skinnier the wheel, the less rolling friction on the road and the better your gas mileage. But I do like the overall design of it. It's really sleek, and the blue, I think, plays off really well against the gloss black around the wheel wells. Let me know what you think in the comments. Moving in closer, we are gloss black around the wheel well rather than painted. Let me know how you feel about that. Which way would you like to go, this way or the painted blue way? And then we come back, we are gloss black on the side view mirror. Front door handle is color matched, and of course the rear door handle on the Prius is tucked up behind here. There's a little popper. You push that, door pops open. So that's all flat black around the windows. No chrome at all. I think that was a good deal. On the right side of the car, push that open. Here is your charge port for the plug-in. We'll go over those numbers after we take a look at the engine. Up top, we're glass all the way up the back, black shark fin antenna, and then we have a dual panel glass roof in this vehicle. My apologies for the pollen, but it's just that time of year. All right, rear end of the Prius Prime, we have that sloping rear window that comes down, and then it's all black, where you have the Toyota badge in the middle, XSE on the right, LED taillights, LED turn signals looking good in that light bar from the taillights. Goes all the way across, and it kind of fades away the closer it gets to the center, but they do meet in a very faded way. So I think that's kind of cool. Prius in black underneath that. Here is your Prime badge right here for that plug-in action. And then down below, you just have gloss black around the license plate, and then some more of that blue underneath that. So it's a simple, compact, and really good-looking rear end here on this Prius Prime. Okay, we're under the hood of this 2023 Toyota Prius Prime XSE premium trim, top trim action. Power plant is a 2-liter naturally aspirated inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a CVT transmission. Engine only numbers: 150 horsepower, 139 pound-feet of torque. Once you add in the electric assist from the hybrid system, that punches up the horsepower to 220. MPGs 50 in the city, 47 on the highway. MPGE equivalent in combined driving 114, combined driving MPGs 48. This engine has a minimum octane rating of 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, we're back here at the charge port door, and what are we looking at here? We have a 13.6 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery pack in here. That's going to give you 39 miles of EV only range. It's also going to give you a electric and gas combined range to tank of a monstrous 550 miles. And a full charge at this, at a level 2 charger at home, you're looking at about 4 hours. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments, but that 550 miles is a big, big number. All right, before we get into the interior of this 2023 Prius Prime XSE Premium top trim, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this vehicle cost? Well, MSRP for the Prius Prime XSE Premium trim level before options, $39,170. Now this car has a few options, so we have to add in $299 for the all-weather floor liners and cargo liner. We have to add in an additional $275 for the body side moldings, an additional $150 for the door edge guards, an extra $69 for the bumper application, and an additional $80 for the alloy wheels. Then $1,095 destination and delivery from Japan gives you a total MSRP of $41,138. Let's check out the interior. All right, starting with the footbox in this Prius Prime, we have a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. Carpeted floor mats are in the trunk right now. Then we have 8-way power seat for the driver with lumbar. And then we have these black Softex trim seats with the red stitching, with more red piping and more red stitching. Nice design, nice headrests, nice bolstering, nice looking seats here in this top trim Prius Prime. All right, door panel action on this Prius Prime. We have soft touch up top, flat black around the chrome door handle, flat black on the switchgear, soft touch with a fairly soft door armrest. My only beef with this is it's all black with a couple of different textures. I would have liked to seen them bring some action from the seat, some of the red stitching, some of the red piping in and around the door somewhere to kind of tie it all in. Let me know what you guys think about the door panel on this Prius Prime XSE. And then we have soft touch up here. We have this nice red and then like brick color red trim that runs all along and right up into your heat and air vent on the end. I think that's a nice look. And then down below, nice large glove box. All right, we're looking at Toyota's 12.3-inch multimedia system, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, the navigation is subscription only due to the over-the-air updates that they're going to provide for maps and for system software. You have to like create an account with your password and your email and all that jazz. This car is for sale. I'm not going to do that, so I can't show you the nav. But you can Bluetooth your phone, you can go to your music, you can tune in your radio, Sirius XM trial, of course. You can go to your car alerts, vehicle alerts, set that up however you would like, your energy flow action. If you want to see how this thing is working, you can go to your general settings, and that's where you get your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi hotspot, your sound and media adjustments, and all that other good stuff. So it's a really easy system to use. Really, really nice. I just wish I didn't have to subscribe to get the navigation to work, but you can't have everything. But you do have the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. And then if we put this thing into reverse, then we have a huge backup camera, but no trajectory on the backup camera. I would like to see some trajectory on the backup camera, but the plus side is it's really big and it takes up the whole screen. Let me know what you guys think about that. We come on down. Here is your power button to turn the car on and off. 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards. Down below here we have a single zone climate control instead of dual zone climate control. That's an interesting idea. I would have thought we would see dual zone here in the XSE Premium, but let me know what you guys think about that. 3-stage heated seats, 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger, so that's a plus. Down below we have USB-C action and a 12-volt and storage. And look at this. You lift this up with this little arrow, push this forward, this comes up, and you have a secret compartment. And it's even called hidden compartment. I think that's hilarious. That's really cool. But then we come down further, we have 2 cup holders, the Prius Prime Toyota key fob right here, lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button, Toyota emblem on the back, It says Prius Prime, all set there. Moving down, here is the gear shift that's going to take you through the CVT. We do have piano gloss black plastic, not a lot, but enough to look all dusty. And then we have our drive modes, which we'll take you through when we go through the dashboard. We have our electric emergency brake. And then down here, we have our EV or hybrid drive button. So if you want to drive in just EV, or you can drive in hybrid drive. And then we have our hold charge mode, and then our traction control off. And then on the side, we have a wireless charging pad right in here. So they got you covered there. And then semi-soft armrest, open it on up. Nice area for storage, felt lined with 2 more USB-Cs. All right, steering wheel action. This is what I'm not a fan of with the Prius, because it's set up with the steering wheel and then your dash looking like a head-up display, just like the BZ4X. And this is a Prius, and I really would like to feel like I'm in a Prius and not a BZ. Let me know how you feel about that comment. But we do have a very nice and soft steering wheel with the stitching, the Toyota badge on the horn button. We do have telephone voice commands on the left. We have our adaptive cruise control and safety suite controls on the right. We don't have any paddles or any action like that, but we do have our controls for our headlights on the left, our windshield wiper on the right. Down below here, you have your adaptive high beams, your windshield wiper de-icer, your heated steering wheel. Up in here, you have your trip odometer, brighten and dim the dash. Down further, I'll try to zoom in there, we can pop the gas fuel filler or the trunk or your 120 volt AC. And then down further, that's to pop the hood. So they got a lot of action going on down there. Driver door panel action. We have 2 memory seat settings right here. So that's a nice touch. But we do not have power fold mirrors, which is kind of a disappointment in the top trim. Now, getting to this dash, the 7-inch dash display, it is back from the steering wheel, as you can see, towards your windshield. And the idea is to use it as a head-up display. And that's what it looks like right there. And then if we take a look at our drive modes, we have our Sport, Custom, Sport, Normal, Eco. And then we can go back up that way. So that's how that kind of works. We're going to roll an Eco to see what kind of gas mileage we can get today. That's for sure. And then you can shift it back. And then from there, you can go ahead and take a look at more menu items on the left side. So they got you covered there, but it takes a couple of buttons to get there. So if I back out for you, here's the steering wheel, here are the buttons. Now, if you want to shift that back to the one design, you push this button right here, and that goes back to the middle. If you want to check out your menu of options, you hit it again and it goes back that way, and then you use this pad to decide what other menu item you may want to see. So there's some serious button action going on the steering wheel for this Prime. So there you have it. That's kind of how it works. Let me know how you feel about this setup. Now, I'm fairly tall, and I have the steering wheel set as high up as I can go, and I have the seat set as low as I can go. And if you can see, my leg still hits the steering wheel when I try to get in and out. And I'm 5'11". So this car is low to the ground, and it's a tight cockpit in here. So let me know what you guys think about that and how this is set up for the driver in this Prius Prime. Overhead console action, we got LED dome lighting as to expect, top trim action. If you want that lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door button must have this green light on. And then when you open the door, your LED lighting comes on. When you close the door, your LED lighting goes off. Now here's your twin panel glass roof over the top of me, but the shades are manual and you can't open the roof. Even that back shade is manual. The backseat passengers have to push it forward, and then the driver has to push it back or pull it forward, and you can't open the roof. I'm not so sure I'm in love with that, especially top trim action. At least give me, power shades in here. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And then we have our sun visor with vanity and an LED light. That's a nice touch. And it doesn't slide, but you have an extension to block out the side sun. Cool. All right, back to our action on the Prius. To get in, here is the door handle. Reach in, and it just pops open when you push the button. It pops, and then you can pull it. And there you have it. Now the seat is set for my driving position, so let's get on in and see how it is. Low bridge on the head getting in, or else you're going to bang it up here. Low roof. Again, more of the soft text looking good, but no seat pocket behind the driver, but I do have one behind the front passenger. Down here, we have no heat and air vents down here, but we do have a couple of USB-Cs, and we have that home power source action. So that's a nice touch rather than the 12 volt. So that's cool. Back door panel, same action as the front, same use of materials. Just wish they had a little bit more flair. Bring some of that red stitching from the seat into the door panel, but here's your front door panel. And here's the back door panel looking the same. Back seats, they have the red stitching on the headrest and down the side, but they don't have that other red or red piping. So they've toned it down back here in the back seats of this Prius Prime, which I find interesting. And when I mentioned the rear twin panel roof, here's the shade. You got to manually do it from the back as well. So that's an oddity. And then we have our dome lights back here right above. And our heat and air vents are in the floor, is my guess, because I don't see them in the ceiling or in the B-pillars. And then we come to our center armrest, nice and soft, 2 cup holders. So once you get in the back of the Prime, I have plenty of room now, but getting in with this low roof, if you're a taller person, you're going to have to duck or else you're going to smack your head. So just that as a point of reference. But otherwise, once you get in, I feel pretty good back here. All right, trunk action on the Prius. You can pop it from the dashboard, or you can pop it from your key fob, or you can come to the back and right underneath the Toyota badge, hit the button. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down with this button. We have the hatchback action in the back here. Here is the charge cable for your plug-in. In this box are the carpeted floor mats, and then we have the all-season cargo mat underneath that. And then if we pull this up and look underneath here, we have some extra storage. No spare here in the Prius Prime. And then also in the back, you have another home power source for power back here, so that's a nice deal. And then we also have LED lighting on the other side. So they got you covered there, but we have this tonneau cover or security shade. I'm not a big fan of these. I'm going to detach it. It's pretty easy just to move it out of the way. So then we'll move it down. So if you want to put the back seats down, they're just right here. You push that forward and throw them down. Pretty easy. Now with them down, I'll put this back up so we can get a better view. Now with them down, you have a lot more space for those larger items, like the big box with your carpeted floor mats in here. So with this hatchback, they give you a lot of good cargo space, even in a very low to the ground, compact, and low slung roof car. So let me know what you think in the comments. All right, here's our window sticker for this 2023 Prius Prime. We'll zoom on in. Give you the action right there. As you can see, it's the big dog trim with the reservoir blue over black interior. Standard equipment and options right here together. Standard on the left, options on the right. And down below, we'll swing it over a little bit more. And then down below, we have our total MSRP. So now, let's take her out for a spin. All right, we're off on the road in this 2023 Prius Prime. And right off the bat, it really is a smooth, well put together vehicle. However, it gets hot in here. I don't know if anybody's ever driven one of these Priuses, but with this glass roof, and I have it open to give you the sunroof cam view of the drive. Oh, the sun's beating in here and making it hot in here. I have the air set all the way down on 63, and it isn't that warm out today. So it gets hot in these Priuses, no doubt about it, but really easy drive, well put together, huge amount of visibility out the windshield, side glass, rear view mirror, and the rear glass. All the safety suite of technologies in here: blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz is in here. So they got you covered there. But the odd thing is, it's happening again to me in one of these new Toyotas. The system, right now on the camera, the 12.3 inch looks black and my digital dash looks black because it thinks it's nighttime out because it's cloudy and the sun's behind me in the sky, and it's dimmed everything down here in the middle of the day at 11 o'clock a.m. East Coast time. So this is way too sensitive because now I'm even having a hard time seeing it. Now, if anybody knows how you can adjust that in the screen, let me know, or if this is hard coded in here. But this is like the fourth one of these that I've driven where it's cloudy or it's later in the day and immediately the system thinks that it's nighttime out and dims everything down. So not a huge fan of that action going on there. Maybe I just don't know the system well enough to make an adjustment to that so it doesn't do that so easily. But this is like the fourth one of these that it's been doing this on a test drive. Right now we've been driving a little while and we're averaging 3.6 miles per kilowatt hour on this drive. Now we're at 4 miles per kilowatt hour, so it's going up. But we're going to come down the road here. We'll do an emergency stop, see how the brakes are in 3, 2, 1. No problem. Stopped on a dime and gave you change, nice and linear. And now take off. No problem. Right, that hybrid assist gives you that extra horsepower and gets this car up and running, no problem. And now we're easily moving down the road. No sweat. And down we go. And people are going to use this car to maximize their MPGs. The rating on here is very, very high. And the question becomes for me, is it worth the extra money to go with the Prime plug-in? Or would you just be as happy with the XLE regular hybrid Prius? Why don't you guys let me know? I believe that vehicle, we did it a while ago, was like mid-30s, maybe 36 grand. And this one's 41, so it's about $5,000 more. So, and of course it's the XSE, top trim action premium. So, do you think that's worth the extra 5 Gs? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Obviously, you're going to get a lot more range to tank. 550 miles is big time range to tank. We're going to stop here, take off, see how it does. In 3, 2, 1. The engine comes on, as you can hear, and off we go. So if you have to get out of trouble quickly, this car will do it. Right? So that's good to know. It gets up to speed, no problem, gauges the engine plus the electricity, and moves you down the road. So if you're in a tight spot, you got to react quickly, get out of the way. You need some power right away, it's going to deliver that power to you. So that's good to know. Handling wise though, it's not a corner carver. These skinny wheels aren't going to grip the road. So they're designed to maximize those MPGs. And that's really what it's all about with this Prius Prime and everything that it does. is maximizing MPGs. And certainly I'm in no way am I doing a hypermile drive in this thing right now, because we've done an emergency stop. We've done a takeoff 0 to 60 run, getting the engine cranked up, and I'm still averaging 4.1 miles kilowatt hour. So that's some damn good mileage on this vehicle. And for the skinny tires, no, with the skinny tires, you're going to feel the bumps more because you have less mass of tire to soak things up, but it's really well damped suspension wise. So even when you go over the bump and you feel it a little bit, it doesn't rattle you at all. As you can see, I have the license plate stuffed in between, the dealer plate stuffed in between the windshield and the dash, way up there on the right, and it's not rattling at all. Even with the vibrations coming from the road, it's not rattling that license plate. So that just gives you an idea how smooth this drive is, even with the skinny wheels. Because we've reviewed other cars that have had fatter tires on it, and that license plate has rattled a little bit, and I've had to comment on that in the video. That's the license plate rattling, not the car. And in this case, it's not rattling at all. So really smooth action, even with the skinny tires. Good steering. The steering is surprisingly not as light as I thought it would be. It's a little heavier, which I like better myself personally, because you kind of feel more at one with the vehicle when the steering's a little bit heavier. And as soon as you turn the wheel, this baby is going to turn wherever you're pointing that wheel. So it's very responsive on the steering. I'm just not sold on the BZ4X look with the steering wheel and your digital dash head-up display style. I guess I'm a more fan of a more traditional dashboard up closer. But for me, this looks too much like a BZ than a Prius on this setup for the driver cockpit. So I'm not a big fan of that overall. Let me know what you guys think. I know I've asked that before, but let me know what you guys think about that. But now we're on some new tarmac, and I'll just shut up and you can just listen how quiet this car is. Very quiet. And I'm running all electric right now at 40 miles an hour, just under 40 miles an hour. So that's some badass action right there. So really good job on this Prius as far as getting these MPGs in a big, big way. All right, so now we're gonna get on the highway, give you an idea what it's like merging up onto the highway and what it's like at highway speeds. Really nice and easy to drive. Really nice and easy to drive. You just sit low down into the car. If you don't want to get up, if you need to get, don't want a car where you have to get up out of to get out of it or get down into it, then you might not want this car. But here we go. Electric kicks in. Not even running the engine very much there. Now we're up to speed, 70 miles an hour on the highway. More wind noise here with all this glass in this car. So we got some more wind noise. We got a little bit of road noise coming through as well. But not bad. When you give it a little juice to get by cars so you can get over, no problem. Blind spot monitoring working like a charm. Now we'll get ready to get off. So overall, what do you guys think? I like the action in the Prime. I like the fact that this top trim gets you some nice style on the interior. Heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, USB-C action, 12-volt home power sources, wireless charging, USB action for the back seat passengers as well. Plenty of trunk space with that hatchback look. So I really like how they've done this car. The only thing I'm not a fan of is the fact that it gets pretty hot with the roof open, with this glass roof, and I'm not a big fan of how this cockpit's set up. But overall, it's a really compelling value. Again, the Toyota Prius is that benchmark that everybody else is shooting at to maximize MPGs and value and savings on gas. And here we go, the Prius again staying on top with this new Prius and Prius Prime. But let me know what you guys think. Would you go Prime action and go plug in and get that big range to tank, which is monstrous at 550 miles? Or are you going to save some money and just go regular Prius hybrid? Or would you go somewhere completely different with your hybrid sedan money? Let me know in the comments what you would do. But overall, I would like to thank Team Toyota of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2023 Toyota Prius Prime XSE Premium for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.